So this is the MX4 NUBBIER Android TV box. So it's fantastic. It comes from Amazon. It costs just over £20, which is cheaper than a Chromecast, cheaper than Android TV, cheaper than a Roku box, yet it is so much more featureful. In fact, it runs a full version of Android, so you can quite literally install anything on this box that you can install on an Android phone. Well, nearly anything, so it's a great box. It comes with 8 GB of internal storage, comes with 1 GB of RAM, and it also comes with the Rockchip 3229 Quad-Core processor. So this processor is great. It will run the majority of apps and games. Some of the more sort of graphical games it does struggle with, but the majority of things will run on this without any problems whatsoever. The only problem with it being the Rockchip processor is that it only supports up to Android 4.4, so you can't get the newer versions of Android, which isn't a problem. Most of the apps work fine for this, but some apps will not install onto this due to them not being compatible with Android 4.4. It's just a few at the moment, but as time goes on that's only going to get worse. But for the price, who can complain really? The majority of things work perfectly on there. It comes with this little remote control, which is quite intuitive. It works fine. You can run it just using this remote control, but I found it much easier to buy a little keyboard and trackpad off Amazon. It costs a couple of pounds and it makes life so much more easier. But you don't have to have one of these. You can use just the included remote control. One thing to bear in mind is that this doesn't come with a HDMI cable, and it doesn't come with the batteries for the remote control. It takes 2 AAA batteries, so you will have to purchase the batteries and the HDMI cable separately. Looking at the box itself, it's very nice. It's quite shiny around the edges. On the front it's got quite a nice matte finish. You've got an SD card port, which is good for increasing the storage. You've got 4 USB ports, which is fantastic. You can use this with so many different things. I use one for my keyboard and trackpad, and then the other 3 you can use for storage devices, whether that's USB sticks or external hard drives. You've got your HDMI port, and you've also got your SPDIF and AV ports if you wish to use those, but I'm guessing most people will use the HDMI port. You have got an Ethernet port as well. If your Wi-Fi isn't fast enough, you can connect via Ethernet, although I found the Wi-Fi that's built into this perfect. I can easily stream 1080p without any problems with my router being in the next room across, so that's perfectly fine. And also your power port, which you do get an adapter with this to power it. So overall the box is fantastic. It looks great. You've got a blue status light that comes on the front when it's plugged in. So let's plug this in and show you what the interface is like. So here is the interface of the NUBBIER box. This is what you get when you switch it on, and you can hide that little menu at the bottom by pressing the little arrows just there. So you can see I'm using the trackpad to control the mouse from my keyboard, which I find a lot easier. You can use the remote control as well. So let's for example go into my apps. Now the box does come with a lot of apps preloaded. For example, you get Kodi, which is the new name for the Xbox Media Center. You get Showbox, YouTube, a number of different ones, and there's some here that I've installed myself as well, like My5 and Swirkit, which is working out in a few different apps. Let's for example go to YouTube and we'll see how it works. So everything loads up relatively quickly. It's quite a well-made app, and let's launch a quick video, see how it works for the video.
Hey guys, Jonathan here, and it is official, this is the iPhone 7.
So
Leave the video below for a chance at that second iPhone.
it works quite well.
I'll catch you guys later.
If we click home, let's try another app. Let's go to Amazon Video, for example. Show you how that works. That works quite well, so we can choose a film, click play. as you can see, everything loads up quite quickly and goes HD quite quickly as well. So that's quite handy. That's using the Wi-Fi as well, so no problems at all there. Let's skip forward a little bit. As you can see, it's quite a responsive box, works quite well. So it's great. You can just launch the App Store, and once you're onto that App Store, you can install whatever you want basically. You've got a whole list of different apps on there. So I've not had too many problems with it yet. I've not had any freezing off it. It's not caused me any problems. Like I say, a couple of apps that I wanted to install were not compatible because it only goes up to Android 4.4. But for the price, this is a cracking little box. It works really well. And as is in the product title, you do have this app Kodi on it. So if you've got a lot of video or music files that you want to stream through a media server, it's absolutely fantastic. I forgot app to use there. But as you've got the USB ports as well, you can just load them onto a hard drive or a USB stick and use it that way as well. So it's a great little box. I would really recommend it. Definitely gets a thumbs up from me.